Hello, and welcome to another episode of Third Action. I'm your lovely host, Jason, and these are the same three lost souls that were here last week. In the bottom left, we have Asher Ford, Human Ranger, played by Char.
I dropped my pen, but it's okay, I caught it.
In the bottom middle, we have Greshy Ironroot, Dwarven Druid, and his little dog Phelan too, played by Will.
I am the secret shadow.
And in the bottom
I have
right,
embraced the night. I am the Batman.
I guess we don't know how to fix that though.
Oh, I do.
Oh, you do? Okay, cool. Well,
there we go.
Nice. Go back into the shadows, please. The bottom right.
Actually, he's looking very Greshy today.
That's true. At the bottom right, we have Gunn Shough, Human Champion of Erastil, played by Adam.
Evening, everybody. I found my soul again. I'm good.
That's true. Cool. Well, let's see. So the last time on the Third Action, that's probably not the right music for what happened. So yes, when last we met, you spent the last couple of days in town attempting to finish up a consecration ritual that Gunn was working on down below Sandpoint. There we go. That is wrapping up today. So I believe today is Fire Day, Cthulhu the 27th. I believe it is supposed to be wrapping up today, so you'll do your actual rolls to see how that turns out. Is that true? In any case, Asher has, to your surprise, has run off to go try and catch one Shalelu and Asana, who seems to be heading north, perhaps to fight a dragon, or at least that's Asher's belief. You got this info from Ameko, who told you that kind of just missed Shalelu a few days ago. Yeah, and Greshy has been doing some research. Cool. So I guess let's go ahead and just jump right in. So Asher has already caught up with Shalelu. I want to say... Oh, no, I don't have my notes on this
Wasn't
computer.
it 3 days in the future from where we were?
I think so, yes. Yes.
I think Asher meets Shalelu on the same Friday. No, possibly Saturday. I figured it out, and I put it in the chat a little while back here.
I know I have my notepad open on the other computer, but I have changed to new stream setup.
Asher and Shalelu would meet on Sunday, I think.
Okay, yes, that sounds right. Because you guys found out about this on Oath Day Eve, and were decided to at least give it a day to wrap
and
up
that's her. Sorry, that's Asher's fourth day traveling that Shalelu and Asher meet.
Right.
I think.
Okay.
I think that's right.
That sounds right to me. If it's not, I'll correct the dates later. But okay. So yeah, I think Greshy and Gunn decided to spend the night still at Sandpoint to go ahead and wrap up the
finish the consecration, gather up supplies, any supplies we need, and prep new spells and plan for how to catch up with Asher.
All right.
And I think we came up with a plan that's pretty good. That plan is that at some point, Greshy can use his new tree stride spell that we learned to warp through the trees up and catch Asher at Riddleport. And Gunn will follow the next day. Or possibly the same day, depending on if he leaves on Saturday.
And he'll catch up eventually.
And we will talk with Father Xantus, and we will ask him for a favor, whereby he would cast a dream message to send a message to Asher on our behalf, which is a 3rd level common cleric spell.
Why ask a favor? Shouldn't he be paid for his services?
Yeah. If he offers spellcasting. What I was going to say is that I think the way it typically works in the church is that it's a favor and you make a donation.
Sure, yeah.
Don't see why we can't just make it straightforward transaction.
That's not pious enough.
Well, depends on our church.
All right. Well, so yeah, you guys get up early on the morning of Fire Day. You've gone over this idea of a plan. Or actually, if you...
Since it...
You would have had time the night before if you wanted to do anything then. So it can still be Oath Day night if you want to.
Okay. Well, maybe it would be good to head over to the church and knock on the door and ask Father Xantus to do us this kindness the following day, because since he'll need to know when he prepares his spells.
I give us a bit of a head start there as we change the future.
Yes, I can. Well, I'll be quite involved. Certainly. Yes, I can have that prepared. I haven't had to cast it in quite a long time, but I believe I've still got it in me. What would you like me to say?
I prepared a note to write to Asher.
Yay!
That note says, Asher, your friends are on their way to help. They will meet you in Riddleport on, let's see, that would be 4 days from Star Day. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Star Day, Sunday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
No, Star Day is the first day. What's 3 days from Star Day? What's 3 days from Star Day? Because on Star Day we'll be traveling. Saturday,
Toil
Sunday,
Day?
Monday, Tuesday. It's
Tuesday's Toil Day. Yeah.
Yes. Meet you in Riddleport on Toil Day, or failing that, in the Crying Leaf Village the following Star Day. You and Shalelu don't need to face this creature alone. The last part I will leave out because the consecration is not finished yet. So.
Okay.
There's a little extra part you want to throw in at the end.
Love
a
you
little,
too.
yay! Everyone loves each other.
I'll do my best to have this delivered to his mind. I'll cast it in the first thing in the morning, but he won't get it until he takes a nap or otherwise goes unconscious. So it may be some time before he receives it.
Understand that. We're going to try to catch up with him. So,
even fair warning seems reasonable.
Yeah, the earlier we can send it, the better. Thank you very much.
Not a problem. Actually, do you know if he sleeps in late? Perhaps if I cast it early enough in the morning.
I think he on this particular journey, I doubt he will.
All right. Well, I'll still cast it as early as I can. Well,
that's very kind of you.
May Desna guide your footsteps, my friends.
Oh, how much for the service?
Certainly. If you wish to offer a donation to the church, let me see. For materials, time. A standard donation for such a service would be... Where's the spells? Spellcasting services. I know they have it in here. Services. Spellcasting. Dream Message is... Do you happen to remember what level Dream Message is? A spell?
I want to say it's
third.
Third.
For a third level spell, that would be 18 GP.
It is third level, so I'll go ahead and pay it.
Oh, I was gonna say I have half of that. I can.
Well,
I'll split it with you.
Oh,
thank you,
I was like,
gentlemen. This money will go to good use. I'll see you all next time you're in town.
oh, hopefully won't be too long.
Indeed.
Take care.
Sandpoint is much better off with its heroes at home. You're always welcomed here at the church.
And we'll see you tomorrow to finish the ritual.
Yes. I can. I'll be there to oversee, but I'm sure you and the clerics should have things covered.
Yes, I'll let you know the results if you're not in at that time. Thank you again. Have a good night.
Yeah, he does a slight nod and waves you off as the two of you return to the inn. And you both presumably go to sleep and wake up on Fire Day.
Mm-hmm.
The fun of the 27th. Now, what would you like to
wake
do?
up on fire on Fire Day? You're on fire. What do you
Bad
do?
time to stutter.
Ow!
I guess, Asher, if you happen to be sleep in that morning, you would get the message then. Otherwise, you would get it that night. But in any case, you would have it before you meet Shalala.
Okay. Good. My friends got my letter, and they love me.
All right. Greshy and Gunn, what do you want to do? I believe this day Asher is
Where's me,
flying in the
Gunn?
air.
Did we say where in Riddleport?
We didn't say where, but I think the obvious answer would be at the gate on the main road that he's planning to come on.
Uh-oh.
So before you go too far down this obvious answer route, think like Asher, not like obvious. It may still be the correct answer, but let's think like Asher.
Per the plan, if it works, if all works well, you will be there ahead of Asher. So he will be in a position to catch him coming up the road. He
Hopefully
did state
should
that he
see
was
that
coming up main roads.
If nothing else, I might be able to camp out by the stables. If Shalala's got Kapal, then if they're going to stay someplace, they'll need to put him up. So
That could work too.
well, I'm sure we'll find him. Nothing could go wrong as we wander around the city of Riddleport.
The southeast gate would be my recommendation of where to start.
Seems reasonable. Oh, you be off. I'm gonna do some studying.
Yes, time to get that finished.
Okay. So, Greshy, you get back to studying the properties of this magical wood that you picked up on your journey. Well, Gunn, you head back to the catacombs to finish the consecration proceedings. So I'm gonna need from Gunn. Let's see.
Constitution saving throw.
No. I think this is going to be a religion check.
most likely.
Yes.
I'll use my fate points. Oh wait,
No.
Oh yes.
You
No
win the
fate points
prize.
today. This is the.
If we were banking on the no. This is the gods will decide.
Alright, here it comes.
Yeah, for
They
the
roll 20,
audience,
do you
I
have
don't
in
have
favor?
the fate points thing set up currently on this computer, so.
We have a total of
Fails.
32.
Oh, that's pretty
on that.
good. So
32. All right. Versus.
Could have been a 41.
Okay. So you
we'll save that
and
for some other attack.
I guess the others need to roll their assists. And roll that.
I'm quite satisfied with that.
Yes, you could hero point it if you want.
No, there's no.
That
it'd almost certainly be worse.
Yeah, it's quite likely it would be significantly worse.
Okay, secondary checks. Crafting performance. And alright. Okay. This would be cast. Alright. With the support of the other clerics, you are able to successfully erase Lamashtu's influence on this cathedral. And over the couple of hours that you're doing the final chants, you can feel the kind of like flames on the side of my face. The kind of haze of her influence just kind of recede back like down into the ground. The literal red haze that had been filling the place also finally subsides, turns to light mist. You guys just have the whole scene there is just tons of candles, lots of incense burning, lots of rubble, like bits of fine dust on the ground from where you and the other clerics had to basically tear down all of her iconography, remove her scriptures from the walls. It took quite a lot of effort because the scribbler had been writing quite a lot of stuff there. But with the ritual complete, this now feels like a safe place. And in fact, in the center of the what had been the large painting of the jackal, three-eyed jackal in the center of the cathedral, dead center of where the jackal's face was, a tiny seed begins to sprout. It's a seed that you planted there as part of the ritual. It manages to take root and begins to bloom very rapidly into a thorny rose. Fully opens before you, and then sits there, a single rose amidst the stones. It is just 3 days of scrubbing graffiti off the walls.
Pretty much.
That would be a success in this case. With an expanded radius of basically the whole cathedral. The zone feels safe, and you did not. If you had failed, there was some chance of invoking Lamashtu's wrath, but you did this in a way that she was not able to punish you for defaming her or defacing her space.
That's good. And we didn't heighten it, so it does not lock out teleports, but
yes, creatures could still teleport in and out of it, but for now at least, it doesn't seem like it can be used as is for any rituals of a Lamashtu nature. And certainly because this was kind of like the core of Lamashtu's influence here, as you and the other clerics make your way back up through the rest of the catacombs, you could feel that her influence there has subsided as well. So hopefully another incident like Nualia's, where she was corrupted by being impregnated in Lamashu's domain won't happen again.
That's a very good point. Poor Nualia. Victimed as much as anybody else here.
All right. The other clerics bid you their farewells, and as they go to collect the remaining items, but you need not stay for that portion of it.
I'll let Father Xantus know that we were successful. If he was not here, was he here?
Yeah, he would actually show up towards the as you guys were prepping the final part of the consecration.
Okay. Nice.
He wouldn't take part in the ritual since it's an Erastil one, but he would stand nearby and basically support you, and in case anything bad happened, he'd be there to help. But he congratulates you on a job well done.
Ideally, we would refresh this every year around this time. Perhaps as part of a festival or something like that, we could mark the anniversary by coming down to...
Yes, perhaps that would be a good idea. And to be honest, it might be worth hiring more adventurers in the future to explore the remainder of these ruins. I get the sense that the portions of these caverns that you and your friends have gone through are perhaps not all that's left here. But that need not be your work. We can...
Quite likely true.
It seems like the sort of thing that we can handle as need be. I'll
certainly
let the mayor
in.
know, so that she can perhaps create some job listing.
Taking that challenge later on seems very intriguing, if nothing else. But yes, right now we do have several other things for time.
Yes, I don't want to hold you up any more than we already have. I've sent the message to Asher. Hopefully he'll be able to get it once he falls asleep.
Thank you. In that case, I better make my preparations since we'll likely leave in the morning.
All right, may the road treat you well.
Hold on. What's her name? Desna is a travel goddess, right?
Yes. Desna is travel.
Then I will say back, same and you as well. Because he probably will go traveling as his form of worship.
Yeah, he smiles and nods at you. Alright.
That's all I got.
Greshy. As a result of your research, I would like you to give me a primal check. Or, sorry, a nature check.
Nature check. Alright.
Use one check to sum up 3 days of effort that started last
26.
Well, it was 3 days, so sure. We'll do three days of research to build up some research points. So you got a 26 on day one. Give me 2 more.
I'm just teasing about fate points being disabled again.
Oh, sure.
That's worse. It's a 25.
25 on day 2, and then a
Go
third
for
day.
4.
Third one is a 36.
36, okay.
Nice.
So your research of the root from... not root, I guess
kind of a
shaving of the... I'm blanking on the name. The Lemris.
The bark.
Yes, the bark of the Lemris tree.
Lemris.
It definitely is a source of pretty incredible primal power. What you have would be very well suited to making either a staff or a wand.
All right.
And in fact, it would probably if used to create either of those things, the inherent magical power of the bark should be enough to cover a majority of the cost. In addition to strengthening it in some ways. Let's see. 6 or both. You get the sense from your research as well that it is likely stronger with conjuration spells or conjuration effects. So crafting something that can cast something that does conjuration is probably will probably provide a bigger benefit than otherwise. But you're not able to determine the specific attributes currently. You could continue to do further research to try and find out exactly what kind of benefits you'd get. But that's what
I was planning to spend more time, but damn fool Asher ran off. Now apparently I've got to go chasing him down.
Fine. You spend another day.
We did kind of estimate that even me flying on my horses was going to take, 3-4 days?
4 days.
4 days?
No, 3 days by flying horse, 4 days by flying bird.
Right, so even if Asher is somehow able to go that fast, which I don't know, I didn't think he could go any faster than you could. But
I can. Oh.
But if that's the case, that even if he was able to somehow, then I could spend another day, sure. I'm going to put off Asher. We love you, Asher.
I don't expect people to rush. I'm perfectly safe and healthy and fine. I got my dream message.
So. It's going to be really sad when we show up and Asher got eaten by a bear or something.
You got to cut me out of the bear.
You got to find the bear
Easy.
First.
Find the bear. Shalila will know where the bear is, and it's fine.
All right.
The horse will tell you.
They can talk back.
Well, in that case, what do you guys want to do? You've both wrapped up your research and your work for the day.
Are there any other basic supplies we should gather?
It's currently winter, Ido. It is Thona the 27th, which is the end of December.
Well, we could get... I think we're all set up with cold weather clothing and such, but... I mean, I don't know what else we really need. It's just...
And we have our tent.
So you do have some current cold weather clothing, but it's pretty ratty at this point. You each only had one
we
pair,
have been stabbed a few times and burned.
2 books, and it's all been pretty heavily damaged, and nobody's repaired it, so...
Yeah,
I would probably rule that at this point it's pretty shoddy.
To be fair, though, isn't Greshy always wearing raggy clothes? This is pretty normal for him. He just puts more layers on. But you start looking too ratty, he just puts another layer of winter clothes on.
Let's go search for some high quality winter clothes, and we'll see if we can get an extra set for Asher too. I might be able to remember roughly how tall he is compared to me.
You're all too tall, I can tell.
Okay.
We'll just err on the side of it being too big, and that will be fine with Asher, I'm sure.
I'll love it.
I might be able to tailor it a bit. I would need to get Defy to do so, but... maybe. I don't know.
Just doing a quick check to see who has the good clothing in town. I know there was a tailor.
Lots of Plum's oil?
Ah. There's that. And...
I mean...
it's actually probably the best one.
Well, once we kill that bear that Asher got eaten by, Well, then make its hide into a new poncho for Asher to wear.
I guess zebra.
I'm just wearing it already. If I'm
and that way,
quiet.
Asher will always be in the bear because the bear will always be around Asher.
Just bring the bear with you. I'll be in the bear. I'll be warm in the bear.
Just dragging a bear corpse around.
The bear will open its mouth. I'll shoot out some arrows.
I think I've seen that in a series somewhere.
It does sound familiar somehow.
So yeah, as you guys are discussing where you could find clothes, Bethana Corwin would probably chime in.
This time of evening, the only place that's probably still open with good winter clothes is probably the Sandpoint Boutique.
She says, and she will give you a. Let's see, where's the Sandpoint Boutique at?
It's right across the street.
Oh, it's literally right across the street. Cool.
I was serious. It's right across the street.
Yes.
Just point out the window. Cool.
Yes, it's right across the street. They should have plenty of good clothing there. They're probably close in about an hour, though, so you'll want to hurry.
Sure. All right.
Yep.
Well, thank you. And I guess we'll scurry on over.
Okay. You scurry out of the Rusty Dragon and across the street to the boutique. The lights are still on, and inside, as you open the door, you see a very beautiful woman, very fair skin, blonde hair tied back into a very tight ponytail. She has a kind of gentle smile as she turns towards you. She's currently sweeping. And you can see a golden key hanging around her neck. The telltale sign of a worshiper of Abadar.
Hello. We're getting ready to close, but if you need something,
you can kind of tell that her smile is maybe a little bit faked. She perhaps
She'd like to go home.
Yeah.
Actually, we are sort of making plans to leave tomorrow for the Northlands, and we need to find something warm to replace our existing coat. And I'll just kind of gesture and show that mine is all kind of tattered.
Yes, those rags.
Sure, let's see what we can do.
This looks like a challenge. For him as well? And she glances down at Greshy.
Oh, yes.
Oh, aye. And Gretchen in response will pick Phelan up and put him on the floor, and will try and dismiss the enchantment that has him small. Because Gretchen would like to get some clothes for Phelan too.
Can I reach over and grab Greshy's wrist before he does that? Like, hold on, before you do that in the
shop. Well, it would not work if there wasn't room.
Sure.
He cannot push things out of the way as he gets big.
There's like a kind of an open space near the front door. So yeah, he pops into full form and move as it kind of thuds on the ground. I like to imagine he anytime you do this, he always kind of pops up into the air and then expands and then lands.
Yes.
So that's what's in my head personally.
Takes for a moment. His ears kind of go up and then land.
Clothing for dogs. A big one at that. Well, if you've got the money, we can do it. Any other animals you'd like me to dress?
Thinking about Rock.
An incredulous look.
but I don't think so. I think Rock is going to probably be fine. I don't think he would wear anything like that anyway.
She kind of quirks some eyebrows, realizing that you're thinking about her question.
I'll say, well, we do have one other companion who's not here at the moment. He's about my height. And, well, actually, I don't know. that's correct. What is
I thought he was
Asher's height compared to?
I thought Asher was a bit taller.
I think
I have no idea.
Only a bit taller.
I think you're all about the same height. Can I bring up
Don't
the...
say you all.
Okay, just the two of you. I'm going to very quickly flash the start screen, so don't be alarmed if you're watching. I want to look.
of art.
Okay,
In terms
yeah,
of art, we're pretty
you're
similar.
roughly the same height. Asher's like slightly taller.
Can't believe I'm the tallest.
Similar build, probably a bit less bulky, perhaps.
Well, it might be just that Asher has more hair.
I'll just order 2 sets that would fit me, and I'll give one to Asher.
Okay.
I'll have
you
a
know-
backup if he doesn't want it.
There's some work on Riddle ports. They might be able to do some tailoring there if it doesn't fit.
And my legs.
All right. I'll do my best. And is this normally the armor that you're wearing? I'll try and do something that can kind of match, I guess.
Yeah, I probably wore my armor today because I was trying to look formal.
Yeah, you're wearing the
Asher's.
Darkwood armor.
Yep.
And Asher is the okay.
That's right.
Well, let's see. And she'll go around grabbing at various racks of clothing. She also sells just general goods as well. So there's like some displays of weapons, toys, artwork, books, various kinds of tools, lots of various imported goods, plush pillows, and blankets.
Are there any
and that sort of thing.
toys that resemble a long neck horse?
Yeah. Let's see. Yes, there is a long-necked horse, like small wooden toy. The neck kind of rotates on a little axis, as if the giraffe's head was like dipping to like eat something.
That's fun.
But it's like a
let's see if I
two-piece
can
toy.
buy that as well. Sure. Sounds fun.
Oh, that one. That one's from Garund.
Something's very rumbly.
That'll only be a silver. The clothes.
All right.
Let me calculate this. She brings out her abacus and starts doing some math. The tailoring. It'll take me I probably won't finish until tomorrow midday, but I can get the dog some nice clothing as well. I don't know why I'm looking in the physical book when I could look online.
But you have
It's
the
too
book
late
right
'cause I've
there.
already opened it.
It's more fun that way.
It's more fun this way.
Clothing, winter. Yes, it'll be 4 silver per outfit, plus for the dog, probably 4 times as much. So 4, 8, 12, 16. So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 28. 28 monies total, silver pieces.
Oh, is that it?
Well, I will give a gold for 2 sets.
Well, it
So
would
I'll
be.
tip.
It would.
That's a decent tip.
I think you're shorting her a bit.
No. No, 4 silver for 1
For one winter set.
standard side winter set. Yeah.
Okay.
So 8, but I'll give 10.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you can.
Since he's rushing
Yeah,
for
I
us.
was just gonna give 2 gold and call it good then.
Okay, so yeah, 2 gold from each of you, plus the... I guess that covers the toy as well.
Aye.
Sorry, is that right? Yes, okay.
Oh, you have the money. That's a bit of a surprise. Sure.
She pockets it, and yeah, we'll go around, picking out stuff.
Recognize the hero's standpoint.
Oh, you're the heroes of Sandpoint. Sorry, I don't get out much. I'm a very busy woman. It's lovely of you to stop by, though. Thank you for your patronage. I hope you don't mind that I'm not giving you any kind of discounts. I always want discounts.
Oh, I wasn't asking for discount. I'm just surprised you didn't recognize us. Thinking we wouldn't have the money.
Well, when you're dressed like that, it's hard not to think. But silver's a silver.
Yeah. These started out pretty nice, but they've been through a lot with us. We've been through a lot recently.
But that's how we earn that silver and gold there, so let's appreciate it, and we'll be back, I suppose, midday tomorrow, you said?
Yes, for the, yes, I'll actually tailor a bit of your other clothes as well to get them nice and snug. But I should have them done by noon tomorrow.
Any chance I could take 2 of those well, I suppose 8 hours of traveling could start at noon. Yeah?
Yeah.
And get full distance. Okay.
Alright. Well,
Alright.
having
Then I won't
having paid her, I've forgotten her name, but I also didn't say it. Her name's Halis. Halis Korvosky.
Korvosky sounds familiar.
Oh, you've probably met my my brother. He runs the Mercantile League. A shining smile, a bit of a paladin type.
Oh, I remember him. He was pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Creepy. Wow, there he is.
There you go. I called it. Did I not say he was pretty?
Yeah. He was from Magnamar, yes.
Oh no, he's from town here.
he's from-
Oh, he is here. Yes, that's right. I remember.
Yeah, he's normally at the Mercantile League next door, but yeah, if you've done any business with boats, you've probably met him.
Yes, that's what it was. He helped us out with the boat we chartered, I think.
Aye, that's correct.
Well, anyway, I need to get closed. I'll have these ready for you first thing at noon. Where are you staying? I could have them delivered instead.
Oh, directly over at the Rusty Dragon.
Oh,
Thank you
perfect.
kindly.
I'll have once they're nice and clean. I'll have or not nice and clean, nice and I was thinking dry cleaners. Once the tailing's all done and the needles are all out, I'll send them over to the Pathfinder. And she'll make sure that you get them.
Thank you very much.
All right. She waves you off, and you return to the Rusty Dragon.
We head back. Yep. I'll try and pack my stuff anyway, even though I'm not going to leave until the clothes are ready.
Okay.
And then hit the sack.
Right. Head back and just finding a place to snuggle up with Phelan, go to sleep.
Okay. So, that night is when Ash will get the message. It is now Star Day. Even of the 28th. So, Asher meets up with Shalelu this day? The next day?
Sunday?
On Sunday.
Next day.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Correct. Star Day, the night of Star Day, Asher stays in the town we were just at.
Yes. Okay. Cool. You guys wake up. What do you want to do? Sorry, Asher. You're so far ahead of them.
Oh no, it's fine. I knew this would happen.
Greshy's gonna go ahead and spend some more time studying.
Okay.
He will make sure to prepare for priest writing, though, including handing off his bag to Gunn at some point.
I'll pack the bags, the 2 bags of holding with all the new winter clothes we've gotten, the tent, and all our other usual things.
All right.
Minus whatever Greshy wants to carry in his backpack. In case you need a tent or something.
I'll be fine for a day. I'm going straight to Realport.
Yeah.
So just camp.
All right.
Or just stay someplace there.
Then I will hopefully meet you by the southern gate on
Sound good?
Toil Day.
Okay.
In the evening.
Actually, I don't think Greshy's been to Realport.
No, probably not.
I think
definitely
this is
heard of
about
the
as far as
place.
he'd made north before. Definitely. But I don't think he made it that far north.
And if you see any more posters, I wouldn't take them at face value.
Oh, sure. They were somebody else, I'm sure.
All right.
I still have Jasper on my screen.
Oh. You should be able to just click out of
Well, no, he was just on my screen. So
Okay.
this was like, oh.
Just enjoy staring.
I just
at
happened to
the
look back.
man.
I'm like, oh, hello, Jasper. My lashes, though.
Okay. Cool. So Greshy wanted to spend his morning doing some more research.
Hey.
It would need the full 8 hours to do the check, but otherwise,
Greshy's travel's going to be a lot faster,
yes.
most likely.
And Gunn, are you leaving right away?
Once we have all the
Once you have
gear
the
packed.
clothing. Right. So once noon hits, Bethana comes in carrying your clothing packages and
The last.
hands them to you.
I'll place them in the other bag of holding and then
Yeah, I guess it's like 2 small bags,
Give her a
and
hug
then,
and-
like she brings those in, drops them off, and then has to go out to like grab a big bag and like drag it through the front door, which is the clothing for Phelan.
jam that in the larger bag of holding. And I'll give Bethana a quick hug and say, take care of yourself. We'll see you again.
Oh, of course. I'll try and hold up the fort here, as best I can. But if hopefully no more dragons show up, they're quite nasty. I'm just thankful this place didn't burn down last time.
Yeah, so are we all. It's lovely. But for now, it's time for me to take off and make my way to the north. So I'll
Alright,
climb
well,
on rock and start
yeah.
flying.
Ameko will also kind of wave you off as you leave. That you take flight and fly for it's like 48 miles.
Yeah, I think 48 miles should be my daily. With fly 60, turns into 48 miles. I think.
We went to 60 feet. Yes.
Should be correct. All right. So yeah, you fly to the northeast, towards the Fogscar Mountains, past Windsong Abbey. Greshy. Are you just gonna finish your studying
spent the
there and
mornings
then go?
studying. Might as well.
Okay. So you just kind of hang out in the halls of the Rusty Dragon, poring over the last part of the book that you wanted to look at. Go ahead and give me another nature check.
See how bad it is.
That is
Yep, exactly as bad as it could be.
22.
22. I'm going to re-roll that.
Okay. Reroll it if you wish.
I'm going to use my hero point. Did not like that number. I don't like that one much better, but it's slightly better still. 25.
5 or 25. Okay.
You don't manage to make a whole lot more progress on your research today. You're still definitely getting like good conjuration auras out of it, but the way it has to be harnessed is pretty tricky, and you're not able to find any. You head back to the library to check out a few other books, but none of them really have relevant enough details to help you out, unfortunately.
Then we'll gather up what we've got, which isn't much, actually. I'm not carrying everything on me right now, because it's all in the bag of holding. So really, I've just got my backpack and Phelan mini size in his little bag there. And we're going to go find a tree.
Okay.
Something ideally that has pretty prolific along the Frisian coast here.
Coast, okay. Give me a survival or a nature check. They're probably nature.
Oh, they're both gonna. I was gonna say they're both gonna be the same. That's nice. 39.
39. Okay. Yeah.
My rolls are swingy today.
You hop on. Sorry. Yeah. You have Phelan with you, so you hop on Phelan and go riding out of town a ways. You know the trees immediately close to Sandpoint are not as prolific in the north, but you do manage to find some like an evergreen tree, like a redwood's evergreen. I think so, right? I don't remember my trees. You find a redwood, a nice hardy redwood. You remember seeing it when you made your way to Thistletop before. So you return to the site of that redwood tree, top Phelan's back, and it's still plenty of light out. It only took you about an hour to ride out that far, but
good.
Yeah, you know this type of tree to be fairly common up north.
Well, that's good, because that's how we're going to get moving. I'm going to attempt to try and find another tree within 50 miles as I cast Tree Stride.
Okay. 50 miles?
And we're going to do that several times. I'm casting at 7th level, so 50 miles is the limit for that.
Alright, let me just do this.
I'm casting 2 at 7th level and 3 at 6th level.
Okay, so you're first able to get around there. If you could go ahead and move your token over there.
Oh, sure.
So that's your first jump. So So to do this, you you shrink Phelan back to a small size, and then hop him up into your bag. I guess your regular bag, because you've given.
This is just a backpack, nothing more.
So it's
just been a good cradle for him.
Yeah, he's just sitting in your backpack, you rub your hand or caress the tree, and a large portal opens amongst its roots, and then you just kind of step in. The two of you shrink to microscopic size, and you shoot along the ley lines, I suppose, that connect the roots of these trees, and the next thing you know, a flash of a second later, you pop out in the middle of somewhere. You definitely feel further north. Looking around, I guess give me a survival check.
Let's see. 29.
29, okay. You quickly orient yourself and can feel that you look at the surrounding mountains. You can see the Fogscar Mountains to the north,
you know which way north is. You should be good to go for another jump.
All right. We'll go ahead and do another jump. Same deal, 50 miles. We're going to try and shoot for the north.
Okay.
So you can go right back in the same tree.
Okay. Just turn right back around.
Right.
Yep. So this type of tree isn't found in the Churlwood, but you can get up to the Foxcroft Mountains, up to around here. So you go and jump.
All right. That'll do then. Jump.
So after your second jump, you end up in a on a like cliffside, amongst a few of, there's just like 3 of these trees in a small circle. It's cold, it's snowing, but yeah, the sun is still kind of in the same northern position in the sky. Not northern, same. It's in the same position that you can tell which way north is. There we go.
All right.
Where it's
do I know that there are many of these trees in the mountains?
Yeah, you can even just look out, and
Okay.
you can see that there's a bunch of these trees kind of scattered.
I just want to make sure
throughout.
that if I don't need to go find a different species based on where I'm at. So I'll turn around and cast it at 6th level this time,
Okay.
and still 50 miles though.
All right. So with this, yeah, you're able to get to about there. Dismount.
This mansion.
Okay. When you pop out of this tree, you can see that you've gone past the Spire of Lemris, which is still kind of visible. It's a gigantic tree. And you can see that it's now to your southeast. And
Excellent.
you can also see out into the Verzian Bay from the mountain that you're on.
I can see Asher from here. There he is. I would like to see if I can jump the bay, if possible.
Okay.
If I can find a tree on the other side, that would be easiest, but if not,
This is
we'll go
another
around.
50 miles.
I have 2 more 50-mile castings, and that's all I've got for today.
Okay.
So,
Asher,
I
this
mean, I
time
could
would
do the
be-
near side of the bay as well. It didn't need to be that.
Asher at this time would be flying from Wolf's Ear to Roderick's Cove.
Yes.
So I've already overtaken Asher, but I don't know that yet. So
Yeah, Asher is technically, somewhere over here. Or
Asher
in
thought
the
he was
woods.
fast, but Greshy can cheat.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to jump right to here.
Like you're throwing around. You land in the water.
Yeah, whoops.
There's a
not many
small
trees in water.
redwood forest along the coast, the southern coast of, I guess, what is this, the Kelfiak Peninsula.
All right.
You can see the gigantic, I believe it's the stone arches of Riddleport that sit at its harbor. You're still kind of pretty high up elevation-wise, but you imagine there's some trees that are closer that would get you into town or
Okay.
near to town.
Then we'll just go ahead and see if we can get right up next to the town.
Okay. Yeah, with one more casting, you're able to jump to one of the trees that's within it's only like maybe 30 feet from the outer walls of the city. And when you step out,
All right.
there's a number of say shady looking rogues standing over by the actual the wall of the city, and there's 3 of them. They've all got like hoods up, scarves kind of pulled up over their noses, and one of them is kind of messing with a dagger. The other is flipping a copper coin through his fingers, and the third is leaned over some kind of sack, and the three of them will look at you suddenly as you step out of the tree.
What? You ain't never seen a man walk out of a tree before?
They all kind of just stare at you for a moment. The guy with the sack closes it up and just kind of throws it over his shoulder and starts to walk away. The other two back up slowly to follow, but they're still kind of like keeping eyes on you.
That's probably for the best. I will then take Phelan out of his pocket and bring him back to full size, and then mount up. Just complete the impression.
Once you do that, they're already a good, 40 feet, 50 feet away. As soon as Phelan expands, they just book it and start to run towards the city gate.
Oh, well, I think I'm going to like this town if they're all like this. And we'll make our way to the city gate.
Okay.
But at a more meandering pace. Don't need to chase them down.
All right. Once you get to the city gates, there's a small line as guards are checking people's papers, or not papers so much as they're checking. There's a couple of merchants in line who have some carts of supplies, and they're just confirming cargo and that sort of thing. They don't really pay you much mind as you pass. You enter the city proper, and what would you like to do? It's loud, it's noisy.
Once I make our way to...
You can... There's something relaxing, though, about just the sound of so many feet on cobblestone walkways and streets. Sound of wheels rumbling across the stones, children playing in the streets, the occasional scream of agony, the wails of a sickly gentleman near the city gate, who's just kind of been left out to die.
Probably should put him out of his misery, but it's not pleasant, but it's life. That's kind of what it's about. I'll start making my way towards the southeast gates and see if I can find an inn nearby.
Okay.
Some place to stay the night. Nothing fancy.
Sure. Give me a diplomacy check to gather information. See if you can find it.
Oh right, I have to do this thing. Well, I can do this at least. That's a 15 total.
Okay. You spend an hour asking around, trying to find out about the local inns, and people here are just really cold. Many of them kind of keep to themselves. When they see you coming towards them, they immediately just kind of back away. A lot of people just kind of naturally assume that you're a beggar or worse. A few people who are actually willing to talk to you mention... let's see. I should have thought about this.
It's making your life harder.
No, I should have...
What else can we have in reference?
Look at the... Okay. And what was your roll? You got 15.
Terrible. It was awful. I'm on the train on top of it, so... It was miserable all around.
Yeah, there's one person, a middle-aged half-elf, who doesn't seem that afraid of you or concerned by your approach. He just kind of shrugs. You want an inn in the southeast? You probably... maybe the Last Copper. They're down on Market Street. Which... they'll probably do if you just need a place to stay. Oh, hello everybody. Thank you for the
I like
raid.
a night to get robbed.
Raid.
Oh, hello.
We.
All right then. How likely am I to get robbed? Or Shanghai or something?
If you keep your gold to yourself, you won't. This is Runelords. You're gonna get robbed no matter what you do. Probably.
But I prefer they do it to my face and not behind my back.
Well, just keep a sharp eye and keep your valuables close. And, he thinks for a moment and then shakes his head. Never mind. Well, you have fun.
What was that?
He walks off.
I don't... Well, I'm gonna head to the Last Copper, because that's as far as I know where to go. Sounds like a place to be.
Okay. You follow his directions to the Last Copper Inn. It's a pretty run-down looking joint. It's entirely wood building, but many of the panels are kind of falling off. There's actually someone currently, two teenage boys, humans, outside currently hammering some planks into the wall to try and stabilize it. And there's an older man who looks like he could maybe be their father or grandfather, probably in his 60s not 60s, probably in his 80s rather. Thick white hair, thick bushy white beard. He's just currently sitting in a rocking chair, and he sees you look up at the sign and look at the doorway. Oh, you're a customer?
Let's consider it. What's the room go for here?
He looks up. It's not gonna rain tonight, so... just a silver.
Done. And I will reach for a silver underneath all of my layers of rags, and I'll toss it at him on top of Phelan.
He catches it. Pick whatever bed you want. They're all the same.
Fair enough. Appreciate it. And I'll hop off Phelan and activate his collar and shrink him back down. So we'll go inside and not take up quite so much room. It's a little rude in some places.
He kind of grunts as you pass, and don't come complaining to me about the noise. I can't do anything about the noise. All right, boys.
What's the noise?
Just the streets. They can get loud
That's
sometimes.
not noise. Well, if you're hearing noise and not hearing music, you're not hearing the right way, so just work on that.
We don't have enough money for a bard.
Yeah.
He kind of scoffs and then spits on the ground.
I don't think he took your meaning there.
I don't think he's going to understand. And to be quite frank, I have no interest in teaching a damn soul, so they can't figure it out on their own. They're out to look.
Yeah, keeping to yourself, you head inside, and It's a really narrow. So the bottom floor is like just 2 doors on either side. Both of them are open. Mm-hmm. One of them leads to what looks like a kitchen. The other looks like it's probably just the owner's living quarters. And there's like a little sign nailed to the wall that says like rooms upstairs, beds upstairs is what it says.
Stairs upstairs. All right.
If you wobble your way up the creaking floorboards, up the stairs to the second floor, and once you're there, it's kind of like just a big open loft, with about 12 beds, arranged pretty close together. There's only maybe a foot or 2 gap between each of them. And there's only one other person staying here currently. And in fact, they seem to be asleep. It's a very pale looking figure. They currently just have what looks like probably their own bedroll laid on top of them like a blanket on the mattress. And they're turned away from you, but they seem to be kind of lanky and have very long white hair that is kind of covering their face and arms and yes,
their face and arms and yes,
face and arms and yes.
Well.
Yeah, they're just they're motionless, just seem to be sleeping on one of the beds in the corner.
Okay, they do appear to be sleeping, okay.
Yeah.
Are the beds attached to the floor?
No. That would be too much effort.
I'm going to feel a little bad for this. In the opposite corner, I'm going to start moving all the beds away from the single bed in the corner and pushing them so they're all like next to one another in one large bed.
Okay, sure. Yeah,
that way I can have Phelan on the bed.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, you make a super bed.
Nice. I'm just making a large bed
for a bunch of them together.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought you were making it for yourself. I was like, yeah. Take all the beds.
But all of Greshy's other stuff is in the bag of holding, so he doesn't have his bedroll or anything with him.
Yeah, these are pretty simple beds.
Put your bedroll on the backpack? Oh yeah.
He had Phelan in the backpack. Backpack's not huge. It's been retrofitted to be a Phelan.
Neither's Phelan. Well, okay.
So yeah, the beds are pretty simple. They don't even have
bottom,
like
just fine. You wouldn't
bed posts. They're just like simple 4 legs and a very basic kind of ratty looking mattress on top. None of them have any sheets or blankets or anything. But you're able to move a bunch together so you can make one big bed for Phelan. It's got a bunch of gaps in it, but you can kind of push the mattresses themselves together across the gaps and make it a little bit more comfortable for him. He hops on top and then does his little circular walk until he perfectly shrimp tails himself into a nice little shrimpy ball. Little, I mean big. A nice big shrimpy ball. He's a mega shrimp.
I will count out however many beds more I took, go downstairs and make sure I pay for it. And we'll go cuddle in for the night, I suppose. I imagine.
He just kind of quirks an eyebrow at you and takes the silver and shrugs. And yeah, you head back up and go to bed. All right.
I'm a little curious about this white-haired person, just in case. So I don't want to do watches at the same time. I do want to do watches. That would mean keeping Phelan up for a while.
Yeah, you have to do like
it'll be fine.
It's hard to do a watch because you'd basically be doing an 8-hour watch.
It would be 8 hours of watching, and then we have 8 hours of overlap, and that'd be it. Ugh. I will just sleep and see what happens.
Okay. You bundle all your things together and had to get a good night's sleep. Gunn, meanwhile, You are. I'm sorry, Asher. We might not even get to you this episode.
That's okay. I'm glad to be here.
We should be able to jump through the next couple of days.
Yeah, sure.
I just set up the yurt and camp in the foothills here.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You have the yurt. So, yeah, you set up the yurt. And yeah, you and are you guys taking? So it's you and Rock. You and Rock. Are you taking watches? Are you doing like 8 hours sleep, or?
No, I don't. I think we can find a spot to set up the yurt where it's kind of like craggy enough, and maybe in some a stand of trees or something like that.
Sure. Yeah, you can find
the yurt is dark enough.
Yeah, it's not like you're gonna have fire or anything, but yeah, you can try and find a.
Well, even if we had a.
Yeah, give me a survival check then. To see how good you're able to hide yourselves.
If we had a fire, I think the yurt has room for a fire pit inside.
Yes.
And also prevents light from escaping. So.
Okay. 34. Yeah, you're able to find this part of. You're kind of at the foothills of the Fogscar Mountains, so you're able to find a nice place to kind of set up and camp that's on one of the higher foothills. Amidst some trees that hopefully wouldn't have anything coming to attack. It seems to be fairly light in fauna in this area, so you're probably okay. And yeah, you bed down and head to sleep. Okay. Now it is finally Sunday. Where's our current date? That is not current date. One of these is current date. There we go. It is now Sunday, Kuthana the 29th.
Are the timelines aligned now?
Yeah,
Yes.
Sunday is the day that Asher sets out from Roderick's Cove in the morning and meets Shalelu sometime during the day.
Okay, so let's do Gunn. You're just flying again, north into the Fogscar Mountains.
Yep. We pack up the yurt, we fly north along the coastline, over the mountains, and when it gets to be evening, we find a little craggy cliffside, hillside somewhere where it's hard to approach. Set up the yurt.
Okay.
And rest.
Give me a D100.
He's
Nice.
69.
69. Okay. Okay, so the place that you end up setting up that night is along a cliffside. Seems pretty safe, or it's like a not a full blown cavern, but it's like under an overcropping. So you end up spending the night there, but in the middle of the night, you are attacked by a rat swarm. Give me How would you like to deal with this rat swarm? We'll do a very fast resolution.
Well, me and Rock would probably try and chase the rats away.
Okay, so, just with your weapons and just try and scare them?
Yep.
Okay. Give me an intimidation then.
Okay, we have a 31 on that.
31, okay. So yeah, as you're... It's only maybe 30 minutes after lying down and getting ready to go to sleep. You hear a bunch of like little squeaking sounds, and a couple hundred mice start to like come out of the cavern wall. Not cavern wall, but like the stone wall. They've got little burrows that you hadn't noticed before. They come out and start trying to like.
And stuff.
Sorry, what?
They make their way into the yurt through like the windows and under the door. And
yes,
like
yeah. They start to kind of climb into the yurt, sensing you had a fire going for your food probably, and smelling the food, they come in to try and get the scraps. And yeah, it's a couple hundred rats. You're able to the two of you are able to frighten them off enough. The big bird is a pretty big deterrent to them, and you just kind of threatening them, like swatting at a few of them with your sword, scaring them off.
Yeah, I'll kick them with my boots and
yeah, you're able to deal with them without actually incurring any damage or problems. And once they kind of get the message, they scurry off into the night and leave you alone. They're very low-level enemies, so you don't need to actually fight them.
Well, unless it happens again, I think we should still stay here. I guess.
Yeah, it seems like you've scared them off well enough. You hang out for.
You got some dessert out of it.
Dessert. Yeah, you wait a bit to see if they attack again, but it seems like they've learned their lesson, so to speak. Cool. Greshy, are you doing anything? So you wake up with all of your clothes gone now. No, you're fine.
Alright, no, that's reassuring.
There's a smell in the room when you awaken. It's a foul smell, a bit like feces, that's kind of wafting into the room. But you otherwise slept okay. Phelan is a bit grumbly. He seems a little bit unnerved.
We're gonna go find some food someplace.
Okay.
Find the market, see if we can get Phelan fed, and myself as well.
Yeah, you hop up out of your bed, and Phelan stands up and woof, and hops down as well. There's a crack in the floorboards as he lands on the ground. We'll probably have to replace that.
That was there already, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, well...
You see, he didn't break it. It was already broken. He just exposed the break.
Sure, yeah, that's true. It was a pre-cracked floorboard that he just made a little bit worse. So yeah, you head out. You notice as you're leaving that the other guest that was here is still there, still sleeping, just kind of lying down in the same position in the corner. They don't seem to have really moved since last night.
Why don't he just be straight dead? No?
Possibly.
I can make sure they're alive.
Do you want to?
At least make sure they're breathing.
Okay. Yeah, you make your way over towards them, and as you do so, the smell of feces grows stronger. It doesn't take walking all the way up to them to realize that they're probably dead.
Great. Okay. Well, not that it really bothered me to sleep with corpses or anything, but make sure the proprietor knows at least. I'll mention that on my way out then. There is a corpse up there. And again, it was there when we got here. I did not bring that with me.
Another one, the proprietor says. Billy, Jimmy, got another corpse to throw out. And he goes to fetch his two sons. But yeah, you head out to go find a snack.
Asher. Get some breakfast and then we'll go to the southern gate to find Asher, but...
Okay, yeah, you're just going and just hanging out around the gate. Yeah, Billy and Jimmy.
We'll just see what happens when Asher shows up. But
will I show up?
Well, okay, so you just ran into Shough, is where we last met you. Shough is kind of surprised, and I think had pulled you over to the side because you had asked what happened. And she... yeah, we just got to the same spot we were last week. What a great episode.
And we'll never know what happens.
That just end. I probably should end, but... well, I guess at this point you already know about... well... he's been spotted again, she says, kind of downtrodden, just looking down at her food, because you set up beside the room and she's eating from her rations. I got word from some of my friends back in Crying Leaf that they've spotted him. We thought he was gone for a while, but he's been seen up a bit further east, north of Riddleport in the No-Lands. I figured it might be worth checking out. Well, when I say checking out, I meant to possibly try and kill him, but I guess seeing you here gives me some second thoughts.
You should have sent me a letter. You should have sent me literally anything other than running up here by yourself.
Well, I don't want to bother you guys with my troubles, but I can't remember. Did you actually tell... you told her about what happened to your mom, right?
Yeah, we discussed that.
Okay, so I think the two of you have
ourselves.
put together that this is related. So she would kind of clarify. Well, in truth, I just didn't want to... I thought I could maybe at least learn some more about what he's doing. I didn't want to distract you guys from... It seemed like this whole thing with the murders, it's a lot more important than a silly revenge quest.
Yeah, I suppose the murders are important. All this crap with things trying to destroy the world is important. All of this stuff that's been thrown on me is very important. But also, if we reverse this, I literally just found out that 2 more people from my family are alive. That's 2 more people than I had alive to begin with. And if they keep running off and trying to kill dragons, then I'm going to again have 0 people. So that's an issue. I can't have that happen while I'm off gallivanting. I need my family to trust me and ask for help, because if we keep waddling into the dragon's mouth one at a time, he's just gonna kill us all.
Well, it was unrealistic for me to even think about trying to kill him, but you're right. I guess I should have just asked for help to begin with. Well,
I had a dream the other night.
A dream?
Do you want to
What do
hear
you
about
mean?
my dream? Oh,
What
a
was it
dream. I
about?
think it was a message. You're aware when dream message is a message, right? You're not like, this is a fun dream I've had where my friends have talked to me.
Oh, yes. The
Okay.
dream message that you got is literally Father Santa. So I guess you're having a dream about just like chilling in the woods with your friends, and Father Santa's like steps out of a bush, kind of dusts himself off, and is like, hello, Asher. I know you're
This is a new type of dream.
This part isn't a dream. You'll remember this when you wake up.
Oh.
Try to remember when you wake up. I have a very important message from Gunn and Greshy. They said, and he'll kind of fumble around and like pull out a piece of paper and then just read the note verbatim, including the love you too. So that would have been his. So yes, you would remember that very clearly. You might not even remember the rest of the
it's
dream
very
around
clearly
it.
like.
But yeah, you would understand that that's probably not
it's clearly a message.
Yeah.
What a strange dream! I've never dreamed about Father Santa's before.
It's
But I
obviously
hope he
divine in
appears
origin.
more.
The sign of Desna.
Ugh. So, yeah, I had a dream message, or a message sent to me. guess I don't have to say it's a dream, but that Gunn and Greshy are also on their way. I sent them a message saying where I was going, and if you want help with this dragon, I'd prefer if we helped you instead of you going alone.
Well, I mean, if you've got the time, how much do you know about the dragon?
Nothing. I know what my dad has told me. I know what you've told me. I've never seen the dragon. I know very little about the dragon.
Well, the dragon's name is Razorhorn. It's a green dragon.
Oh, yeah.
She glances at your armor.
Oh yeah, this.
Well, when I left Crying Leaf in the first place, it seemed that he had flown off. The villagers managed to injure him gravely, and no one had heard of him or seen him since. But the last report I got, stated that he had been spotted on the north side of the Nolands, around the Steam River. Apparently, he was. The rumor is that he's searching for a new lair. Well, when dragons make a lair that close to civilization, it's not it's not good for humans, or people in general. He'll start to try and assert his territory, and next thing you know, he'll have an army of minions or something. She kind of shrugs. I was just hoping to see if the rumors were actually true. But if they are true, and if we do find him, then this might be our best chance to take him down. If you're...
Well, as luck has it, I'm heading up that way. Well, we were originally going up that way to the Steam River and the... Can't read anything. And the lake that's up there, we'll say. So if he really is up there, I'm sure we would have at least been meeting him anyway. If he's floating around.
Well, as long as it's not an inconvenience to you, sure, let's make it a fun family trip.
Oh boy. Well, the worst thing that could happen is is everyone can die, and then Char can go back and be really depressed again.
Let's not let that happen, I think. Everyone dying is probably not the right call.
We shouldn't.
Look,
right. You can't die and I can't die.
Honestly, given how dangerous he is, even with all of us together, we might not be able to stop him. But the very least we can do is chase him off. If he doesn't... If we can convince him that this isn't a safe territory for him, maybe he'll try somewhere else.
Maybe. How old is he in dragon years? Assuming he's not an infant.
No, he's...
Major.
He's at least an adult. I don't know how old he is exactly. Compared to dragons in the area, he's definitely younger than, what's the...
She tries to think to remember a dragon's name, that I'm also forgetting the name of.
There's another dragon in the region called Archreist. He's quite ancient from what I remember, but I'm pretty sure the stories of Archreist go back way further than any stories about Razorhorn or his mother.
What color dragon is he? Is he a good
Archreist?
dragon or a bad
Archreist is an ancient white dragon.
White's bad, right? Wait.
They're a little bit more feral than other dragons. Bad is a relative term. They're not great to be around, but Archreist, as far as I'm aware, mostly keeps to the mountains. He's very rarely seen further south.
Is that the dragon I saw in Greshy's weird vision?
Ooh,
spy glass?
Did you get the color of the dragon at the time?
I thought it was white, but I cannot for the life of me remember the colors. It was white or blue, I feel like.
Who had the vision? It was Greshy who had the vision. Okay, it was a blue dragon.
Hi.
I think you saw a glimmer of blue.
Alright, it's a different dragon then.
Yes.
But that's not great. I mean, if they end up like...
Razorhorn and Verchasmia were both green dragons.
Oh, I should write down her name.
Yeah, Verchasmia was his mother.
Who I'm wearing. My armor's name. Armor by Verchasmia.
Well, that would be quite the way to take him down. Bit of poetic justice.
I mean, she killed my mother. My dad killed his mother. I'm wearing his mother. He killed your mother? Is that the timeline?
Yes. Yep, that sounds about right to me.
I think that's how it is. It's a weird web of who's killing who in these families of dragons and people and elves.
Well, maybe we can finally put an end to it all.
Sure. Before you confront him, you have to become a mother.
Oh God. There are ways to do that. And I'm also a mother.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about Archreist. He's probably too far north to worry about. But
okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely concerned about Razorhorn.
Well, we can, my friends, Greshy and Gunn, we're gonna, well, also your friends, they told me to meet up in Riddleport on Toil Day, which I think is soon.
2 days from now?
Today. Is it today?
Today should be Sunday, I think.
Yeah. Okay. So they said they'd be in Riddleport on Toil Day, so if we want on our way there, we can try and catch up to them. I don't know how big Riddleport is.
Oh,
but maybe if they haven't showered in a few days, I can smell them.
Riddleport's pretty big. They didn't give you an address or a place to meet up?
No, they said Riddleport. I'll just go stand, I guess, in the middle of town and...
Well, if they didn't specify a place, maybe... Well, they would expect you to come from the southern gate, so... Or southeastern gate, so maybe we'll just try to meet them around there?
No, that can't be right. No, maybe that's a good idea. Anything to not go, I guess, into the heart of a city is fine with me.
I understand your reservation. Riddleport's not exactly known for its fun times, or
hospitality.
Just keep your coin purse close, she says as she takes the last bite of her bread and stuffs the remainder of the rations wrapper into her bag.
I think they also might want to arrest Gunn. I have a sneaking suspicion, so we might not want to go mess with
arrest
that.
Gunn? Why?
Oh my goodness! I love sharing. From my pocket, I produced a beautiful rendition of Gunn's face on a wanted poster. I'm like, I think they either he did something or it doesn't sound like him. Maybe they have him mixed up with some guy that looks like him. Maybe he has a brother.
She takes it and looks at the picture. Well, that's not his name, but it certainly looks a lot like him. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, does he have a brother or any family?
I forget. I think he said he didn't have a brother, but maybe he's protecting his brother, who's an outlaw.
Huh, well...
Either way...
Maybe, hopefully he's aware. But I'm sure he could clear up any kind of misunderstanding. He does have a way with words.
He's the diplomatic one, for sure. Between us all.
Well, shall we then?
We shall.
There's still
Let's
plenty of
head
daylight.
up, I guess.
We might be able to reach. Oh yeah. We should be able to reach Riddleport before sunfall. Also known as
I think
dusk.
my walking speed is about as fast as a horse, so that's always good news for me. Yeah.
Okay,
That leaves us ample time for them to show up, I suppose.
Alright, well, the two of you, Shalelu mounts up on Kapal, and Asher Naruto runs behind her.
Yeah.
How strange!
Head down, arms
he's
out
like
in
a
V
new way of
formation.
running.
That's how you build up the most
That
speed.
only works for Asher.
I can't believe no one else, runs like this. It's just me. You go so much faster.
But yeah, you're able to hit Riddleport by nightfall. And if Greshy is near the gates, give me a perception check, Greshy.
Sure.
24.
Another natural 2 on the die. What?
I guess there's also a perception check from Shalelu and Asher. So Asher, give me a perception check.
Will I be able to see?
Well, I was going to say that Greshy at some point probably would wander into town and try and find a book to start studying.
Ooh.
If he's got the time, so he might be nose deep in a book at this point.
I'm at 27. I am not paying attention.
Okay, yeah, you and Shalelu are busy talking when you arrive at the gate, and neither of you spot Greshy. Greshy at this point has also gotten a little bit bored and is going to go wander off to go find a book, and manages to just entirely miss you. You're both there at the same time, you just both don't happen to see each other.
But like in absolute terms, those are still pretty big numbers. And they're not automatic fails.
They are pretty big numbers, but it's also like Riddleport's a big town and it's a big gate and it's pretty busy. There are other carts and
really
things on the road.
Factors.
Yeah, and this is a pretty passive. This is search as well. So, you don't happen to be to spot each other very easily. Yeah, I was considering this a level 12 task, which is a DC 30, and nobody hit that. So,
Boo.
So bad.
I don't see anybody.
Perception checks.
all right, well, yeah, you guys make your way into town. I guess Asher and Shalelu will need to find a place to sleep. Or you can go searching around and see if they're already there, but you don't expect them. Asher and Shalelu don't even expect anybody to be there yet, so. Because you were told to meet on Toil Day. This is 2 days from now.
Toil Day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I guess I could always sleep outside the gate in a tree as a bird.
Well, if you want to keep camping, that seems fine to me. There's no reason to. It might actually be safer than staying in the city, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't want to go in there.
All right.
No offense to the city.
Back outside we go. So you guys like kind of enter the town. You look around. Asher is like a little bit.
Take one look.
Kind of paranoid. You look at this kind of gross city. The trash on the floor. The wailing, sick. The rogues gallery
so
all lined up along the streets. And you immediately just heel turn and 180 and walk out.
How's it go? I'm a ranger, I don't need this.
You're also a druid, though.
I am, and I don't need this. Even more.
Alright, so yeah, wheeling Capole back around, Asher and Shalelu go to make their camp outside the city. Greshy, you wanted to find a book.
Just more research if I can.
Okay, we'll end really quick, but give me a diplomacy check as you search for some useful books.
You have a natural 2.
Some books about magic
Oh,
wood.
hey, that's not bad. 30 total.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to find a decently stocked library that has some tomes that weren't present in Sandpoint. And a couple of those are on enchantment. And you even find one book about the Spire of Lemris itself. So you check that out and a couple other things and spend the rest of the evening finishing up some research. So go ahead and give me... Oh wait, did I already roll that today?
We did this morning, so it wouldn't count. This would be for tomorrow or something, but...
Yeah, okay. So yeah, you have a book, and you'll just need a place to stay for the evening.
I probably should find a place to stay while I'm at it. I don't know if I want to go back to that other place.
Okay, give me another.
Mostly because I'm worried that they haven't cleared out the body yet.
What are you talking about?
28?
I think
28. Okay.
Double Dragon can handle.
So yeah, with a bit more care this time, you managed to find out about a couple of other inns. And in particular, one called the Gate Point Inn, GATE, point. It's only a few blocks from the other inn, but it is significantly nicer, at least on the outside. On the inside, it's seen a little bit of wear and tear, but the Half-Orc proprietor seems to be... she seems quite eager to have a customer. To stay there, it'll only be... what's standard? It'll be standard price. I'm throwing books at myself.
Lodging.
Yeah, standard lodging price, which is like... it might actually just be a silver as well.
Lodging, something like that. Bed, yeah, silver.
Okay, yeah.
Private room would be 8 silver, but...
yeah, she doesn't have private rooms here, but the beds themselves are much nicer than the other place. And the silver here will actually include dinner as well.
Ooh, that's really nice then.
And it's basically, it's more like, this is kind of like a bed and breakfast, sort of. Like, it's just her and she will be making the food. And there's no one else staying here currently.
Okay, well, and if there's room on the floor, I'll just have Phelan sleep on the floor then.
Okay.
It's a little different before when I was worried about creatures.
Yeah, she doesn't mind. And while she's cooking while you're kind of looking over the book, and just kind of making small talk. Well, I haven't really had any guests in a while. Where are you from?
Originally from Highhelm, but it's been quite a while, so...
Oh, that's
Magnamar,
pretty
I'd say.
far.
It's been a bit of a trip getting out here, but this is as far north as I've ever been. Well, is it? Might be. As far northwest as I've ever been.
Well, Riddleport's a nice city when you get used to it. How long you out here for?
Hopefully just passing through. No offense to your town, but we do have other places we got to be, unfortunately.
Well, I hope you enjoy it, and while you're here.
We'll try to. I found a couple books that seemed interesting, and just waiting for some friends of mine to show up.
Oh, some friends of yours. Okay, well, if they need rooms, they're more than welcome to stay here as well.
Oh, sure. I'm guessing at least one of them will. Maybe the others. We'll see. But being to show up first, so just have to keep an eye out for him tomorrow, I suppose.
Well, if you don't mind my asking, where were you staying before this? Roderick's Cove?
No, stayed at the Last Copper last night. And then before that, I was in Sandpoint. So.
Ah, Sandpoint, I see. Yeah, they get a lot
you
of
ever been?
adventuring types down there. I've only been once or twice. It's nice, but I like the bigger city more.
I can appreciate that, but why here and not Magnamar, say?
I actually grew up in Magnamar, but well, they take a little less kindly to my kind of people down there.
You're not wrong about that.
My mother didn't. Well, she was murdered when I was little. She says I'm stewing the pot.
Maybe we do need that
down.
Mom counter.
By a dragon.
Yet another.
How many moms will die?
Turned out
I am sorry to hear that.
Some kind of weird, I don't know, cult or something. They never did put
skin saw?
I'm not sure. They never did catch whoever did it. I didn't really stick around too long to find out.
I don't blame you, though. We did deal with a number of the skin saw people. They were cultists would like to stab and murder folks. Cultists of some sort.
It sounds about right. Well,
by deal with.
Oh, sorry. When I say deal with, apparently I mean murdered. Well, not murdered.
Oh,
sort of murdered.
she stops.
Judiciously executed.
Oh,
None of this is
look
making
like
it better.
The judicial murdering type, but can't be all that bad if you dealt with them.
I don't plan to murder people unnecessarily. Just when they do bad things like murdering people sacrificially, you get murdered back, right?
Big difference, sacrificially versus judicially.
What about extrajudicially?
I don't think there's such a thing as extra sacrificially.
While you're contemplating this, she kind of looks up and thinks for a moment.
Well, damn. I wonder if that halfling girl ever found out. Oh,
Which halfling girl?
She came up here into town a few months ago. She was trying to hide out from that cult, I think. I didn't really get her name, but I did give her a place to stay. Said some bad people were after her. I figured it was probably them.
Do you know where she went from here?
She kind of stops and thinks. No, not really. She's only here for a couple nights, and then she kind of shrugs. Just disappeared one day. Figure she must have run off to some other town. Haven't heard from her since.
Sound like Ben's motif. Fair enough. Well, appreciate the information. If this is who I think it is, I have words for her too.
Oh, well.
More positive words.
I didn't think you'd know this person, but okay.
Well,
here, dinner's ready. Sorry, I don't mean to bore you with all the small talk. She says as she scoops out some chowder.
All right. We'll chow down.
These callbacks are incredible.
The long range. And with that, I think we shall end for the evening. Yay!
Woo!
Alright. Well, I hope you guys had fun. Sorry for the late start. Sorry for the, I guess, going overtime as well. But hopefully y'all had fun. Next week we'll start more on time, and I'll hopefully have more shiny updates, and we'll have fate points and everything. But until then, thank you all for joining us. Have a lovely evening. I'm gonna go have dinner. Late dinner. Good night.